This is the Shimoda Urban Explorer. This is the 25-liter one. It comes in a couple different colors. I believe it comes in tan as well. And there's a 30-liter and a 20-liter bag. And you can see the sides of it and the back of it. And now here's the front of it. And what I'm gonna do is just a top-down video and go through this whole bag front to back, top to bottom, inside and out. So that way y'all can decide if this is a bag you'd want, because camera bags now are a big purchase as well, right? You can easily find a bag for over $300 and it has tons of hype reviews, but is it really worth it? I'm gonna do my initial thoughts on this bag, what I think works, what I think's kind of weird, things like that compared to, you know, maybe like the Peak Design everyday bag that I used to use. Like I said, I haven't used this yet, so that's why it still looks intact, but we'll dive into it. This is the front of the bag. You can tell it's a nice little sleek looking. This area right here is to help keep the rain out. You can see if I go through there, right, you can see how the zipper's right there, but it basically closes up for you to help keep that water from getting in there. And this unzips, right? And you can see, I'm not sure why they picked this color. It's interesting, but here's a pocket right here if you want to use it. You just grab the zipper and pull across, and you have this little storage area right here for you. And it's like a little bag in the front. You know, you can throw your wallet, your keys, whatever you need in that area. And then you have this whole top portion, which I think is interesting, right? It's all the way up here. You can see where my hands moving. Like that's a good area to put socks or like clothes if you're going on like a day trip. And then this goes all the way down. I'm gonna turn this around because it's gonna be a little easier for me, right? You see how deep this goes? I'll put my arm in there. Y'all can see where it cuts off at right here. You know, so it is deep and there's plenty of room in that front pouch. And then what I'm gonna do is go to the side. I always just like going around the outside first, then to the inside. So here's this outside part, right? You have this little strap right here. It can connect onto this part right here, right? And nice and tight, and you can tighten it if you need to, obviously, but this is to help keep your tripod on there if you need to, or you have a large water bottle, something like that. So we're gonna go to the top quick. I'll unzip it, and here we go, right? Here's the top. This is what it looks like. You can unzip it. You have a little slot here, a little slot here, and then you put more stuff in front of it. You have this little area that's got a keychain on it, right? So you could throw this on your keys if you wanted to, so that we can just connect your keys and put it on here, right? But that's, looks like that, right? Then have an area you could easily stick a camera, right? So for an example, this is an 85 mil. I'll throw that in there, and we'll throw a 16 to 35 in there, just so y'all can see how much room there is. And if we want to get extreme with it, to see how long it is, here's a 70 to 200. And I could easily sit that closed, right? So there's plenty of room if you want to throw your camera in there. But the thing that I find weird about this is that you go to this part right here, and it's got like a, I don't know if they're magnets or it's weighted or something, right? It feels like magnets because it sticks to this other weighted area, so I don't know. But you flip this up, right? And this is where your laptop would go, which is fine, but it's on the front of your bag, right? So I'm gonna turn it down. Y'all can see how big it is, right? Easily can fit a 16-inch. My hand's all the way at the bottom of the bag, so there is no like room that's not used in this bag, which is cool, but like, why is it on the front? Versus the other bags, if it's in the back, you know, yes, you have that chance of when you flip it over, but it's one of those things I'd rather have it there than on the front like that, right? When I drop my bag. So that's another little thing about this one that I wasn't a huge fan of so far. And then you got a handle right here at the top. And then we'll just jump to the other side, right? Same design over here. Nice little area to put a tripod or a water bottle. This area that you can unhook. And then this area that you can just unzip, right? Open up. And this is more storage. You don't have like anything right here, right? You can't put anything in here, unfortunately. And then you have all these little things right here to put whatever you might need. For me, I can throw something like this in there, like a little small rig thing, right? And if it's good, or you can put your power cables. That's what it was built for, was power cables, because you can just run your power cable through here and charge your camera if you want to. So you can put in like a massive power bank, right? So here's one by Anchor. I can just slide it right in there and run those cables straight through here, or you can have different cables depending on your need and just run it in there, right? But you'll be fine. And we're gonna jump to the back, right? So here is your straps, right? You can tighten them up here, and then you can have this little area. Maybe you need to put a capture clip, I don't know, whatever you want to use that for. Then here's this spot down here at the bottom, right? This is magnetic. You can just put that around your waist, tighten it, so there's not as much on your back, right? And then you can just
unfold these. These are super soft, so that is nice. This part's padded very nice. Here's a spot if you need to put it on the back of like a luggage case or something like that if you're traveling. And then my favorite part about this whole back side of it, right, is this area that doesn't make sense, right? I can put my hands through, I can touch them, right? But like, why does it open right there? Well, it's because there's a zipper right here. You can feel it if I can get to it, right? This little thing right there, right? See that? You yank that down, and there's a little storage area. And what that's great for is to throw an air tag in there. You can just throw one of these in there, and that way if you ever forget it, it ever gets stolen, you know, you can have it and know where it is, right? Obviously, it's not ideal if it gets stolen, more if you lose it, but nobody will know it's there because nobody knows that spot's there, right? Like, it's one of those things, like you wouldn't even notice the air tag being in there unless like you put your hand through there and you have something else noticeable. Even with my air tag in there, I don't really even notice it. But now let's get to the inside of this bag. So let's open it up, right? It opens to the side, and I guess if you wanted to, you could throw your laptop in here. You know, like there's room if you have like a smaller laptop or, you know, a MacBook Air or something like that, right? So that would work, but I just find it odd to do that because here's a 14-inch MacBook. It would fit, right? But, you know, so it's designed to hold, I guess, two, but, you know, it's one of those, like, I'd rather it be here than on that front part if I set the bag like this, you know? And it is a very nice design, right? It's kind of weird that this blue doesn't match this blue. Like, that's just me. Maybe it's because of the fabric, I don't know. But anyway, so this is the inside of it, right? So there's all these slots, right? You can easily fit a 70 to 200 in here, right? We'll take it out just so that way y'all can see what the space looks like. I'll take that out. We'll throw the Sigma 7200, and as we all know, this one's a tank. So we'll throw that in here, right? And slide it right there. And that's gonna fit perfectly right in the center. Obviously, it's got the collar on it. Here's the 85. Here's the 16 to 35. Obviously, I'm just kind of throwing them in there. They're not gonna be perfect, but I just want to show how much room you would have, right? You could take this out and throw your camera body in there or something like that. So there is plenty of room in this bag. And now let's jump to the next part. So now we're gonna jump to one of the other cool features is the fact that you can just take this out if you need to, right? And you just need all that room. You have all of that room, right? This is a rain cover for the outside of it in case you need it. You're getting stuck in like a downpour or something like that. Here you go, here's a rain cover, you know, and it just sits down here. There's a little area right here. You can see it kind of come up. You just slide it right in there, right? Cool. And then there's this area right here, another little storage spot, right? Nice and clear. You can see, right? You can throw anything in there that you might need. And then this just slides back in. Obviously, you gotta know what side the zipper's on to know what side it goes to, right? Because one side has the zipper to get to it and the other one does not, right? And it can be a bit of a pain to get in, but for the most part, it's good. There's some type of wiring in here to keep it sturdy, right? So you don't have to worry about it like getting pushed, right? You can see me, right? I'm just pushing on it, right? It's moving a little bit, but there's a sturdy, you know, kind of cage or something in there to keep it from moving. So all in all, I think it's gonna be a good bag, right? And then there's a handle right here on the bottom if you need it. But I just want to give you my initial thoughts on it and we could walk through it together. So in case you're deciding to look at this bag. So I hope this review helped you. If you have any comments or concerns, anything like that about this bag, leave them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. And just let me know if this is a bag you purchase or if you think you're gonna go a different way.